There, Abby. Welcome back to another session of Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. In the previous session, we had a lot of questions answered, a number of which will probably get resolved sometime this stream, but our client is not who they say they are. Maya is still kidnapped by a assassin of honor, or so he says. And we are in a conundrum. I don't know what we will do going forward, as in what Phoenix Wright will do, but we're all along for a ride of some sort, and all that will be answered more today, I guess. I may have also had a derp itch thinking that I loaded the wrong save, so let's try this again. How did I get into this mess? That's far enough. Can't run away forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. Eh? But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence? You are no longer worthy of your title. Getting a sense of deja vu. Or is it Janice vu, since it's the first experience but twice. One of the two. I had this scene before, someplace some time ago. As if this day was written into my destiny. Today I'll stand in court as a lawyer. To prove a killer innocent. But yeah, that's the major revelation. Our client is the one who was responsible for hiring Shelly the killer. The person that currently has Maya hostage. And we'll keep him hostage until we get Vanguard a complete acquittal. So we're in a really bad catch-22, and that's just putting it lightly. Anyway, March 23rd, 9:43 a.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 3. Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? Bruh. Also, yes, Vanguard has face scars for some reason. And on my glass, apparently so. If you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too. Now listen up. You better get Vanguard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime ball and not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever. Maya? Phoenix? Phoenix? Mia? Maya? How's Maya? Don't know. You don't know? She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. Yeah. What am I supposed to do? Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles. But can't give up. There's still some hope left. Stop it, please. There's nothing left. Not here, not anywhere. It's like a curse and guard again. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it. You're really mean, pal. Gumshoe, I'm really sorry. Where are you? They let me join the investigation team and we're chasing after the killer, pal. Then you have some sort of lead? Sorry, but right now we got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not gonna give up. Gumshoe. Until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're gonna do everything we can and find the killer. If we can get Maya out, then you can get Engar the guilty verdict he deserves, pal. That's true. I could do that if they found Maya first. You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer. I have to make the trial last longer? If you go edge to edge with everything you've got, you can draw it out. Oh, now I get it. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're gonna give it all. We're gonna give it all we've got, just like you. Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. It's the strongest weapon in the world, and you have it in abundance. Yeah. Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through. I know it. Maybe. March 23rd, 10 a.m. District Court, Quarter number 3. What is now in session for the trial of Mountain God? The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being what exactly was Miss Agent Angie's role in this murder? That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Ashworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. Engard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. Then you're saying that she's guilty after all? I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. Yeah? I would like to direct the court's attention to this card. What is that? It looks like a shell. This is a calling card of a certain assassin. Assassin, you say? Yes, Juan Carrera was killed by a professional assassin. And the person who hired the assassin, his client so to speak, is Madengard. What a surprising turn of events. I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor. Now what's going on this time? So I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true. But we still have to hold out as long as we can. At least until Maya's safe and sound. Wonder how the trial will turn out today. Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand. Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please. Okay. I'm, Will Powers. I'm a poor, underpaid action star. And what is your relation to the defendant? Well, that's... I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way. Yeah. Mr. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much. Oh, sorry. Well, but I'm just kind of a nothing sort of guy. On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct? Yes. I didn't know that. But, you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went. All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. Engar's room. Okay, sure. Visit the Matt's room. After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first, I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night. I couldn't make them wait for me. Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Power's testimony. And talking with the bellboy is no big deal. If one assumes that the person Mr. Engar was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy, what are you implying? Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in another sticky situation. And Nani? A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're just going to charge it head first, right? The defendant's room? Why'd she go there? Well, I'm his mentor, like a big brother sort of, and I want to say congrats. What's wrong? Why did you stop? Mr. Wright? What is it? You're gonna try to trick me into a corner, aren't you? Nani? I know I'm just a poor, underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer. No one said you were, Mr. Powers. No, please, don't trick me. Every time you do your lawyer thing, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy. Every time? Witness? I'll personally talk to the defense at a later time. So for now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony. Sorry. So you went to the defendant's room, and then... Wait a minute. How did I suddenly turn into the bad guy here? Curiosity before I do anything. Oh yeah, we got that bear thing, right, and obviously this last photo. Just remind myself, because it may have been a day, but I didn't really look at the two pieces of evidence we got from last session. Are you sure that was Vanguard? Yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing a nickel samurai mask then. If that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken. And what was the defendant doing, standing in front of his own room? At first? What do you mean by that? Well, he was in a bellboy-ish uniform and he had a bottle of juice on a tray. Sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me. Yeah, but I didn't think he was a normal bellboy. What was that? Why did I think that, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Sorry, but I can't remember right now. Sorry. Guess I have to wait patient on this one. You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant together, correct? Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats. Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. a tip. But that's a perfectly normal thing to do. So how long did you watch the two of them? Not more than a minute or two, I think. So who were these guests you're talking about? You guys, of course. You and Maya and Little Pearl. I thought it would be really rude since I invited you guys if I disappeared on you. So I went back to my seat pretty soon after seeing Bat in the hallway. Like squeezing water from a stone. It's probably pointless to press further. Do you remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat that night? Don't remember that happening at all. Maya was making such a racket in her hyper state, I ended up focusing on her. See. In any case, from his story, he probably wasn't gone for very long. Wait a second. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago you stated... you know, I did feel something weird. Right, the tip of some sort. Could it be that you found something strange about the tip giving incident itself? Yeah, that's it. You really know your job. Mr. Edgeruff? Yes, Your Honor. This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he? Perhaps we should let the witness tell us. Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony. You mean about the bellboy, right? So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that? Well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me. How much it was.
And his name is John Cena.
It's an amount that make John Cena flush. I mean, terrible. But that's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket. And that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked. I'm afraid I don't follow at all. It sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of the shocking moments that you ask about. What was so shocking about the bellboy's face, Mr. Powers? Well, he wasn't exactly a boy. More like an old gramps. I hope you know that discrimination toward both made us a no-no in my court. No, that's not what I meant at all. In the smack middle of the guy's face, there was a line of stitches. A line of stitches? Yeah, and it went straight from the tippy top of his head to the bottom of his chin. Almost like if that thread snapped, all the stuff in his head would come spilling out. Oh. He was there, at Engar's house. He was at Butler. What is it, Mr. Wright? Hey, yo, nothing, Your Honor. So that means Engar was talking with the killer then? If that fact were to be exposed, Engar would be declared guilty in a blink. Phoenix, you have to play dumb here. Pretend you don't know anything. Yes, Chief. You sure you don't have anything you would like to say, Mr. Wright? What did you just say, Your Honor? Nothing, Mr. Wright. Nothing. They're just going around and around in circles. Now then, Mr. Towers, please continue your testimony. Also, did you say something, Mr. Wright? No, Your Honor. Oh. Right, the other part of what was strange. So, Rebel, we're caught in a catch-22. And it seems like the objective is we're stalling for time to give the people investigating that are trying to catch the killer to do their job so we can actually get the real mastermind put under wraps. So we know that Engard over here hired this guy who is the killer, but we have to play dumb, I guess, and stall. That's the main thing that you have to know since you left like toward the tail end of the stream. Also, Baldur second, congrats. And a hydrate. The defendant's a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree? Sure. But giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think. A little too much? Would you please clarify for the courts about how much would you say the defendant gave to the bellboy? Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. And what is that? Because he gave the bellboy a really fat roll of cash. Also Pepsi Man. A roll of cash? Well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it? Very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor. But I did hydrate. And so I see only one hydrate, not two, so. Overruled. Just beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. Objection? The defendant's a superstar. That kind of tip is typical fare for people like him. Are you saying that all superstars are super spenders? If I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bring people things on trays, then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting? It's got a point. I didn't even get paid, let alone rolls of cash for all my hard work. So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it? Payment, Your Honor. Eh? Payment? Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Juan Carrera. Then the bellboy the witness saw? Yes, he was the assassin. Hold your horses now, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't have any proof of this, do you? Have I ever been so prepared to support my claims, Your Honor? I have here the card Jelly the Killer left at the scene of the crime. Jelly the Killer? He is the person the police's special investigation team has been chasing for ages. I'm certain the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelly the Killer. Really? What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head. I think I just figured it out. Something out. Well, actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night. Nani? Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. Right away. the second time. This time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when that bellboy I saw earlier come out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Coretta's room. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kinda out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin. I'm sure of it. I mean... Thank you very much. This is all we need for now. Huh? But I'm not done. There's still more. Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. the Killer. Then we shall see. So the bellboy came out of the victim's room, and if that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is very obvious. I'll be correct, Your Honor.
I'm in danger.
Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh. AKA, I'm also in danger. Still laughing matter. It says laughing matter because I'm in danger. Didn't you hear it? I'm in danger on multiple sides because, again, we know the facts and I feel like we're not being professional about it. If we're at the point where we're stalling and hoping for a miracle of all things. Sorry. It's totally the pressure, right? And what time was it?
Dying on my hard cry, man.
Well, I don't remember. The award ceremony ended around 8 p.m., right? And I went to mat rooms pretty soon after that, and then I came back. And then I went to the bathroom. So, I guess maybe it was around 8 to 10 p.m. by the time? You're not one for details, like Mr. Powers. Sorry. I thought maybe I could catch by saying my congrats? Are you sure it was the same bellboy? Yeah. And how could you tell? All the bellboys wear the same uniform after all. But you see, well, he had those stitches to his face. Oh. So, I'm sure it's the same guy that was talking with Matt. So, which room did the bellboy come out of? The victim's room, huh? Yeah, the one with all the really pretty flowers and teddy bears. It was Juan's room, right? Words cannot describe how screwed I am. Let's continue with the testimony, shall we? So what exactly was so out of place about him? Right. Why the insipid grin? Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's gonna say next. Well, the bellboy was empty-handed. Empty-handed? That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you? I think it is a bit strange, Mr. Powers. But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? No? Question mark? There's nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy. There really is. There really isn't. too done being with school children. Bellboys are for room service. There's no reason for them to be empty-handed, ever. Your Honor, I asked the witness's previous statement be supplemented with this new one. Edgeworth. Are you gonna do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious? I see. Later this court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Towers, if you could amend your testimony, please. Yes, sir. So you're saying it's suspicious for him to be empty-handed? Yeah, really suspicious. I mean, when I first saw that bellboy, he was holding a tray in his hand, and there was a bottle of juice and a wine glass on it. Juice? What kind of juice was it? I'm pretty sure it was tomato juice. If we could come up with some sort of reason as to why he would come out empty-handed, some sort of proof, then I think we could dodge a bullet on this one for now. Like another court. Well, that seems like I should save and probably load in a second. No, the bellboy is then handsome. The bellboy is this. You know, we may have seen this before. A while back. And also last session. That's him. No, a butler, although more than meets the eye. Objection. Mr. Powers? Yes? You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true. But isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches in. So, a baseball has stitches. Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches? Well, there's also, I mean, what about him being empty-handed? I would like to ask the court to please take a look here. This is the crime scene. There is a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Kurita's body. The liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. And now if you look at what's on top of the table in the lower right corner here, anyone can clearly see that it's a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Kurita's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left. But that would mean the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room. But can you prove that Mr. Kurita was already dead at that time? Mr. Edgeworth? Yes? I blame you for leading me down this route. Terribly sorry. With him, why is he laughing? Witness, is there one more thing you would like to share with us? Is there? The bellboy was empty-handed. I mean, okay, my voice is mixed up now. That's not a good sign. The bellboy was empty-handed, or shall I say, empty-handed. I recall he has something interesting to say about his hands. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Huh? Nani? That bellboy was wearing gloves. Gloves. Yeah, pitch black leather ones. Oh, the other boys don't wear gloves like that, right? Black leather gloves? Why didn't you mention them earlier? Sorry, it slipped my mind. Boy, does this make the bellboy look really suspicious. Alright, gotta focus. I can't get lax here. So, what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves. Come on, Wright. The bellboy was wearing black leather ones. So, a football's made of leather. Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they're made of leather? But then, man, you would see the large roll of cash from the defendant. And then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy. Seems we have finally come to an understanding. And now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony. The rest? Well, yes, please tell us more. Okay. Obviously, yes. Totally, it's the suspicious elderly security guard slash ex-security guard slash a major thorn to our side on a lot of occasions, yes. Totally. In their second meeting. After leaving Hawan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door, just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room. Then the old guy just left without ever going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat. So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, next went to the defendant's room. Yeah, I kind of saw that by accident. I'd say you saw too much. And all of it was suspicious to high heaven. I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. And now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Knight, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Is that what you saw while you were busy spying? Excuse me? I might be a poor underpaid actor, sir, but even I wouldn't stoop to spying. Well, I think the point is, where did you watch all this from, Mr. Powers? Oh, from the door of the bathroom with my left eye and sort of a sneaky spy like. I knew he was spying. Please, does it really matter if he was doing it over or underhandedly? Did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know. Curiosity. No, there's no bathroom bar in this map. I was thinking maybe I could do like a weird catch-22. Never mind. I said hold it. Okay. That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details. Oh, okay. Probably ask one question at a time. So, who took this something the bellboy handed off? Actually, I don't know. What do you mean? Sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. Only an arm? Then you're saying you didn't see the person's face? Yeah. Well, it was Mr. Engarson, correct? So it could have only been Mr. Engard himself, I'd say. Then what's Bellboy do after that? Oh, so after you get the person inside the room, the thing? And what about the other question? He gave something to this person? Yeah. And what was this something? If I remember what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I?
Ooh.
Ooh, but oh, I mean, but this implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers? I think it was something kind of small. I would like to summarize the testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for a ball making me hydrate again. As for the person who received the item, all you can see was the person's arm. Yes, it was just like that. Mr. Ashworth, is all that important? Of course, Your Honor. I think this is of the utmost importance. This is whenever whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client. Mr. Bananas, please try to remember what it was that Bellboy handed off. Well, let's see. I think it was... No. If you didn't remember, please add it to your testimony. Yes, sir. Statue? Yeah, it kinda looked like one, I guess. If I saw the actual thing again, I'd probably remember, you know? Like for this trial to proceed. We have to come up with whatever the statue thing is it showed to him. You're gonna have to trust your instinct on this one and take a chance, Phoenix. Some sort of wooden statue. A small item, so... Totally the guitar, no. Objection. Okay. What was the point of that pregnant pause? Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up. It was me, Your Honor. What is it, Phoenix? I have a feeling that something bad's gonna happen once I show this. Is it right? You have something to say? Please spit it out. Yes, Your Honor.
I'm in danger.
Totally in danger here. I mean, deep breath. Mr. Powers? The something you saw, was it this item? Hey, that's it. That's the something. Well, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out. I recall we found this at Maddengar's mansion. At the defendant's house? I'm totally in danger. What does this mean? It's simple, Your Honor. Shady the killer assassinated Wonka Red in this room. And then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime. And then the bed being found in Mr. Engar's mansion would mean... It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Maddenguard is the killer's client. Yeah, totally a teddy bear. Order. I say order. Mr. Knight, this is the most unfortunate turn of events for you. Yeah, in a million other ways as well. Sorry, Mia. No, it's alright. Judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. Even if he hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have. Right, I almost forgot that he knew about it too. I don't have an answer to that one. It's still a big giant unknown on my list of questions I want answered. Preferably not in front of Uchi, I mean a judge. I think it's clear that there is no need for us to continue this trial. Can't let this happen. I have to do something. There has to be something we've overlooked. Your Honor, a minute please. Yes, Mr. Light? There are still a few points left that we haven't fully explored. Trying to pull. That feeling when I had to stall when I know what the answer is. Still strange and alien feeling, if anything. Alright, Mr. Light. Goes to the point where you'd like to explain further. Person who received the bear? Question mark? The one thing in Mr. Power's testimony that was very unclear. And that's the identity of the person who received the bear. He gave something to the person inside the room. Sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear, we can't be sure of... Yeah. Eh? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? What is it, Mr. Powers? If they're gonna screen like that, then at least give us a good reason why. Oh, yeah, sorry. Actually, so I remembered. I remember who took the bear. Nani? Really?
And his name is John C.
I mean, I only saw John Cena's arm. I mean, but the arm. It was Nico Samurai's arm. I swear it. You've gotta be kidding. Are you sure of that, Mr. Powers? Yeah, I'm sure it was Nico Samurai. Order. It looks like he dug his own grave, yet again. How many times is that today? I've really lost count. So the person who took in this little bear was a Nico Samurai. Totally not that many times, just yet. And as we all know, Madden Guard is a Nico Samurai. Thanks to the defense, we've made that audit clear. What am I supposed to do now? Mia, help? Don't have time to act lost. Gotta find another angle to attack this from, Uwu. Hurry. Being this examination... Oh, hold it. Your Honor. Again, it's a Light. We've already removed any non-questionable areas of this testimony. About time you were removed from this court, Mr. Wright. To find something. Even one more little point will do. There's still questions left unanswered. Trying to pull. Well, you can't have that. Oh, this a Light. The bear itself? I think it's very obvious that the bear itself is very questionable. The bear is a Light. This was found in Mr. Angor's mansion. However, Mr. Guard was arrested at that hotel that night, which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home. Oh. Not this bear. We don't know the significance of this bear. We just know it exists for some reason. I think Your Honor has... Oh, I think Your Honor's already figured out what I'm trying to say. It's not possible that it was Mr. Guard who took this bear to his mansion. Why, that's very true. We didn't consider that a point, Mr. Wright. There was no way, time-wise, for the defendant to have taken this bear home. That's our verdict. Or not. You haven't got the best of me yet, Mr. Wright. Huh? I remember it clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at Angard's mansion. We had this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. Can't believe it. That Butler all this time all that time he was the killer? The killer and the guard were working together, so to speak. And the killer was hiding at Angard's mansion as its butler. What a bold move. The bear figurine was brought back to Angard Mansion by the killer himself. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, Angard had him do so. I assume because it would have been bad had the police found it during their investigation. Don't pet that dog. That's all I can sort of say, Rebel. Well, Mr. Knight, you've been quiet for a while now. This is too much. Isn't there anything I can attack at all? I think we heard enough. We now know why this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion. As well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin in this room. Everything has become very clear. The client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Mr. Madengard. I see no reason for this trial to continue. Therefore, I will now hand down my verdict. Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. You see, Mr. Wright, you could not win against the truth, could you?
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth. Any last objections, Mr. Knight?
Ooh.
Ooh. I mean, what should I do? I will... Objection. There's only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is this one dirty trick. Your Honor. Right now we have two reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number one, he accepted a bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number two, that very same figurine was found at Angard Mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person. What are you saying? What I'm saying is, it's possible a different person is the killer's real client. The client? Yes. Tis. Is that all you have? Now they sound like I should probably save before I try to bluff my way out of this one. That is Mr. Knight. Let's hear your theory. I don't like the implication of I mean what I'm about to do, but we're trying to sell. Also, yeah, totally old bag now. Oh, and a hydrate. Well, it's a good thing I have multiple balls with me, as in more than one. Oh, wrong button. Take that. Adrian Andrews? Yes. We already know that she tried to frame Vanguard for the crime. By wearing a spare nickel samurai costume. That's Andrews. That's the person we grilled at the end of the previous court thing we did. Don't be held, we were completely off the mark by a lot. Then the nickel samurai that I saw. That could have very well been Miss Andrews. No, you have Sai. You already went on your date, remember? But what about Mr. Ingard? If you would please recall yesterday's testimony. The defendant was taking a nap during the break period. That's right. Then, finding his figure at Mr. Ingard's mansion, it was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion on this? I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic. Besides which, there is no evidence to support it. However, can't fully discount its possibility either. With this trial, come on, anyone could tell Engard did it. Can't believe the defense would go so far as to pin the guilt on someone else. Yeah, unbelievable. It's not something petty, it's murder of all things. To save Maya, just to save Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me, there's one fight I can't give up on. Order, order, order. Others of the parties will be forced to leave the courtroom. Your Honor. For the benefit of the defense, I'm going to play along with his what-if game. His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Eh? Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered. Why would the criminal want this little wooden bear? He's right. The killer did specific. Like, why break and I dissect the word? The killer did especially bring this bear to Ingard right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it? Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts about Miss Andrews. And who would that be? It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself. I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess. The prosecution will prepare its witness in that time. Yes, Your Honor. March 23rd, 11:54 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? But I never thought in your desperation you'd try to pin the guilt to Adrian. I swear, this demon will pay. Mr. Nick? Pearls? Where's Mia? I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away. A really strong power? Oh, Mr. Nick, your phone is from Gumshoe. How's it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal? Yeah, Sorta, kinda. We just barely found something to latch onto. You. That's good, pal. What about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer and Maya are? Still don't have any leads, but... Nani, don't have any more time. If we just had one, even a single clue would be really useful. Helpful. I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. But have I just ran out of luck this time? Is all our hope for naught? Huh? A tent? I can see a circus tent. Mia? It looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me. So it was Maya who called you away? She's locked in a dusty little room right now. When I can see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away. Gumshoe? Is there a circus in town right now? There's only one, pal. The very big circus. Maya is somewhere within a 300 feet radius of the main tent. In Nani? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle on the map, about 300 feet radius from the main tent, hurry. And? I could see a mailbox under the window, just outside. Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox. Okay, what else? What else, Mia? I'm sorry, but it's a very small window. Couldn't see anything else. It felt like I was in an old office building, maybe the 3rd floor or so. I heard her. An old office building. Good stuff, pal. Okay, just hang in there. Just a little longer, pal. Wish you luck. Good luck. I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal? Mia, Maya's not hurt, right? She's in a pretty bad state, she's being starved. Gumshoe, hurry. Please. Looks like we're out of time. Are you right, Phoenix? It's only a matter of time for Maya's rescued. I can do this. I just have to make the trail last a little longer. March 23rd, 12:05 p.m. Back to quarter number 3. I guess while looking at my thoughts, this is a pretty interesting twist on a court case. You know, where we know the answer and everything, but we have to stall because there's a life on the line, literally. Was it not reconvene? The killer, the man who handed the victim, handed this to his client. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder. I understand, and I must hydrate. And hydrate, yeah, totally. You know, hydrated streamer, not gonna have a dry mouth by the end of this. Very good. Now, have you ever seen a spare before, Miss Andrews? Of course I have. Oh, you have seen it before? That's right. It's only natural that the wind his hands. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to this bear's secrets? Alright. Why does she? The bear figurine. Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. So this figurine is a container of sorts, is it? Yes. Those can't be deceiving, wouldn't you agree? Yes, this is superb craftsmanship. Oh yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. That there really was something to that bear after all. A thought occurs, but I will hold on to that thought for now. Especially given that we've seen it a couple times. Well, and various intrigue, I guess. A puzzle? That's right. She can play guilty to rebel. Overruled, you have Psy. You went on a date with her, remember? But it looks like an ordinary figurine. True enough. To people who don't know, I surely would never guess that it was a puzzle. So what kind of puzzle is this exactly? So you can take it apart, and how would one go about doing that? I would only say by Persona 5 playthrough, and you can let the rest click into place. That one Valentine's date that went completely awry. I'll leave it at that. Well, you first turn its tail to the right and then push it in. Oh yes, I see. After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed. Oh, this is the most interesting. Boy, this new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again. Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on. I think he's lost it. So what did you find after you take the puzzle apart? And how do you know about this? I know because I was the one who bought it. And Nani? It was a souvenir for when a friend and I went to Switzerland. And then this was a present for you? That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it'd be perfect for one. So it was a present from Miss Andrews? Witness, let's continue your testimony. So, who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle? Only the two of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland, so I doubt there are many people with this same bear in this country. Oh, I doubt there are that many people with this same bear. But this looks like it could be easily broken. Especially if someone wanted to get at what's inside. Well, it's a toy. But it can never be the same again once it's been broken. Who else notices bears actually a small container or jewelry box? I never told anyone. And as long as one never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew. The two of you, huh? Then of course that means that Mr. and Guard didn't know, right? This is all I'm gonna get for now. The figurine is apparently a wooden puzzle with a hollow inside. Only Karita and Andrews know how to open it. Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have to come to realize... that there's one very important fact we haven't covered, and that is this. This bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we have agreed to this point, there's only one logical question that comes next, and that is this. What is inside this box? What's inside? That's right. That's what we're going to find out next. Witness? Yes? You're the only one who can open this. Please. There's a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Miss Andrews now as she solves the puzzle, takes the bear apart. I've opened it. Is this what you wanted? What is that? It looks like a note. I don't think we have to guess at what this is, do we, Mr. Wright? It's a letter. It's also a note if you look at it carefully enough. Oh. I was gonna say it's a tape, but it's the note, the thing. Oh boy. This is worse than I thought.
Hey, yo?
Hey yo, we're screwed. The suicide note? Indeed, suicide note left by Juan's Karita's former manager, Celestin Pax. Until now, no one knew of his whereabouts. Just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Karita himself. It seems Celestin Pax has very beautiful handwriting. And she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide. Order? Witness? Did you know about this? Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan. When I discovered its body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public, but couldn't find it anywhere. Because it had already been taken by the killer. Everything's going at Mr. Edward's pace. So now that the suicide note's been found, what's the next logical question? What is written on the note? That's right. At least that's what I think. Now then, I believe it's only appropriate the contents of this note be made known. Can't stop you, can I? I went through so much just to get my hands on it. And I was gonna burn it for her sake. Deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you can please read the contents of the note aloud. Very well. The judge's voice rang loud and clear to the deathly silent courtroom. In her note, Celestin Pax left to us a record of all that had happened to her. About being used and then thrown away by Ingard. about being engaged to Kurita and Angar's role in destroying that. And about how she decided, in her despair, to end it all. And that's all Miss Impacts had to say. There's one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. Engard. And then, what? Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness? Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference. My word. Vanguard values above all else is refreshing like a spring breeze image, which is why he had to stop this note from being made public at any cost. Celeste's suicide note, found inside the figurine, it tells of Engard's horrible misdeeds. It's Engard's fault that the woman killed herself. And this time he went so far as to kill someone to stop him from revealing that. Terrible. What a selfish person. I guess there are slimeball lawyers out there who defend these creeps too. There's no room for doubt here. Mr. the Killer's client's goal was to obtain a suicide note. And the only person who needed that note badly is the defendant. Let's not forget the bear with the note inside was found at the defendant's house. It seems that it comes to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone. How am I supposed to escape from this one? Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hadn't called you yet, so you know what you must do. I know. I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay, there are two daily pieces of evidence, the figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I could find a way out of this situation through one of these? Gavel's already in the judge's hand. Hurry, Phoenix. Don't mind me, just gonna save and maybe test reality, I guess. Or timelines, I guess. Suicide note of figurine. The note, I guess? Objection? Please wait, Your Honor. Oh man, look at that lawyer. He's still going at it. It's like he doesn't care that he's trying to get a killer off the hook. I think Your Honor believes that Madengard killed in order to obtain this note. Yes, that is correct. But that seems a little strange. In fact, I think there's a contradiction here. This note was hidden by Mr. Kurita until the night of the murder. If that is the case, I say that Madengard could not have known what was written on this note. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. Exactly. But I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. No one in their right mind would kill for a note without first knowing what it said. Order, order, order. You make a valid point, Mr. Knight. Mr. Ezra, what is your opinion? It was just a flash, but I think it did rather well on this one. Fortunately, I think he believes differently. I believe a show of appreciation is in order. Huh? The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon himself. I would like to direct the court's attention to this. Oh, what is that? It's a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying. Spying? Of course. I mean, what the? I thought the spy camera was in my possession. Vanguard and the victim both thought the other as their biggest rival. They went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses. And the victim, Juan Coretta, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Vanguard. Order, Mr. Knight? Yes, Your Honor. You... Don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities. Well, sort of. Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright. See, you're confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I had the camera that was in the subfare's eye. Edgeworth, why you do this to me? But this camera and I'm pretty sure that's a typo, but sure. That's where some of my brain derped for a second there. But this camera that I have, oh, is not the same one. I was thinking some other words in there somehow. Last night I searched the victim's house on a hunch. Using this Gumshoe's bug sweeper. By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera. Vanguard's fingerprints were on there. Well, Phoenix, it looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh? What am I supposed to say to that evidence? I think this is the end. It's very obvious that Mr. Guard learned the suicide note to this. He was watching the victim all along. Got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that. Hey, well, that was that other thinking. Mummy, is that man the bad killer guy? Shh, stop, don't look at him. The way he's sweating is just ill, nasty. Phoenix? Yes, Chief? Have you figured out what you're gonna do next yet? What I'm gonna do next? Does running away like a friend child work? I know it seems like Mr. Ezra is very close to putting the lid on this case, but in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing. Oh, what is it, Mia? There's a piece of evidence that he really should investigate. Something he should investigate? I would really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded for not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance. Speaking of riddles all of a sudden. Alright, I think this time we finally understand everything. Well, Mr. Knight, you don't have any further objections, do you? I may and I may not. I probably do. Right? This piece of evidence that Mia's talking about. Can I figure out what it is that still needs to be looked at? Obviously no. No. I have an objection, Your Honor. That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright. Objection. Your Honor, the defense has no intention of letting this go so easily. You're beginning to sound desperate. That's just your imagination, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all. Yeah? In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing. Isn't it what I just said? So you're telling me that I forgot something? You're so close at Mr. Edgeworth. But there's something you really should have examined about this piece of evidence. Transmitter? Take that. Well, Miss Edgeworth? Yes, I do believe some special examination is needed. Oh. Okay, I might just want to just load that. I think I know what I think I have to eat. I was thinking it was just a transmitter because we haven't proven that. We haven't proven of where it goes exactly. Hey Kodak. You found a secret I stream. Also, hey. A lot of non-com math is always happening in this case. No, I think I chose poorly, so. Okay. What am I missing? I've known a secret, you just always stream when I'm not streaming. When I'm hybriding. Oh. Well, I guess it's not so much a secret now, is it? Something that should be obvious. I guess the real question is, if you've known the secret and you're hybriding, why are you still up then? Legitimate question, not a trolley like answer. The question I always give when you stream. No, the question is, why are you still up then? If you tend to stream like in like this early morning for me. No, that's not the answer. I mean, that is not the evidence to eat at this particular time. Okay, but at this point, because I probably got to still fumble at answers again. One thing that got overlooked. Oh, it's out. The cat does stuff with bear. No? No. It's not the bear. Oh, I reinforced the steps. I won't ask why, unless it's related to the whole follow goal that he said like a week ago for someone that reached that goal today. All I can say is good luck. Staying up for 24 hours. That is Miss Impacted suicide note, right? Who knows? I mean, sure, the suicide note was found inside the despair, but this bear was in my possession until only a few moments ago. Which means the handwriting on the suicide note has yet to be analyzed. Oh. So, as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss-Impacts or not, that is yet to be even remotely confirmed. Mr. Wright, you can't seriously be suggesting... Mr. Wright? Are you saying the suicide note's a fake? Miss Andrews, you're the one who tried to pin his murder on Mr. Engard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into despair? Also, thanks for the follow, Kodak. Much appreciated. How dare you? Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There's no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever. Objection. You may ruin a reputation or a life, but we will save the small child. We will save the mischievous Faye, yes. Whether we come out for reputation attack, that's a whole different story. Also hydrate. That I can do. As I contemplate life choices. But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it. Nani? Recall the witness's testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzles is the witness herself. Yeah. Miss Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you can use it to frame Vanguard. I did no such thing. Right, if you're gonna pronounce a suicide note as fake, show us, of course, some evidence to support your theory. Objection. Mr. Ashworth, you're the one who presented discrepant paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution. That's enough. Mr. Ashworth, can you confirm the handwriting on the suicide note? As the defense has stated, the handwriting is yet to be analyzed. If that's the case, it seems that yet again we have reached a point where the verdict is impossible. Pause. That's impossible. This isn't good, Phoenix. Judge is gonna carry this trial over one more day? I don't think Maya will physically be able to make another day. I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and defense further investigate. Bringing analysis my butt. The lawyer's just trying to buy more time. Engard is guilty. Look, any idiot can tell you that. I think you've reached the end of the line. I get it, guilty. What does that sound? And why does that sound catchy? It's Gumshoe. Hello, Gumshoe? What's with him? And what's with that sigh? Where's Maya? What happened to the killer? He, got away. Nani? I'm sorry, pal. I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. I wish there was some way I'd make it up for you. I really do. Anyway, what's going on? We found this hideout, pal. But the two of them are already gone. It's terrible. I'm gonna keep looking for them, pal. Don't you worry. I just need a little more time. But don't tell me we don't have any more. Oh great, and now we're screwed. Thanks, Gumshoe. You're at the calling for his head. Mr. Wright, I can't. For us to come this far in. Oh. What is it? Let me talk to Miss Edgeworth. Can't do that. Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself? Yes, Your Honor. I'm about to end today's proceedings. We take your phone calls after. Hold on, Your Honor. Edgeworth, catch. Take that. Miss Edgeworth? Please, you gotta buy us some more time. We're just in session. Of course. Sorry, Your Honor. You're saying? Is it right? This is a court at all. Sorry, Your Honor, but I am about to do this. However, it appears that I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow. This time I really can't do anything. Court is now adjourned for the day. Please wait, Your Honor. Edgeworth? What is it, Miss Edgeworth? I humbly request another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time. What a purpose? We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of paper evidence in that time. But can you really obtain the results in 30 minutes? I believe we can, Your Honor. But wouldn't it be better if we adjourn for today and then reconvene tomorrow? 30 minutes, please, Your Honor. That's all I'm asking for. Please, Your Honor. Very well. At the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess. But be advised that I will not allow another recess today. I'm not sure if this is helping or hurting us. The court will now take its final recess of the day. March 23rd, 2:04 p.m. Back in the lobby again. Right. Well, what's going on with my situation? Killer. Looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? We can't find her that time. Report. Is that Mr. Edgeworth? Don't have time, just spit it out. Right. It looks like we just missed him, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident in his rush to get away. A few things. Can we use any of them as evidence? I thought you asked, pal. Yeah? I got the things he left me right now and I'm on my way over. Really? It's odd. 80 items Like that, I usually sent to cram that first. Do you have time to wait for those guys, sir? When those guys weren't looking, I swiped the stuff and ran. Nani? Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I gotta put the law on hold for now. Sounds bad. I hope I didn't get in too much trouble over this. With my hunk of a junk car, I'd say I'd be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me. Alright, just get here in one piece. I'm on the mission, no one can stop me now, sir. No one. I'm pulling out all the stops and running every red light. Item stuff by the murder, huh? Maybe there's something among them that will be decisive enough to end this? What's wrong? Detective Gumshoe? Answer me.
Dying on my hardcore Iron Man. Completed.
Probably. Knowing my luck. No one can stop me. Yeah. About par for the course today. What happened? It sounds like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. What was he thinking? We gotta hurry and call for help. But we have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those islands before they do, the police will take possession of them. Oh, we can't let this happen. Well, if there is a way we can find out where he is, then we stand a chance. Wow, to Gumshoe have to get into an accident now of all times. Is there any way to find exactly where he is at this moment? Maybe? That's right, there is a way. What? How? I'm sure we could find out where dead Gumshoe is through this. Well, maybe. No. Don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. Did I? I mean, I was thinking maybe, but actually, no, I wouldn't realistically. I know my client's guilty, but what I'm doing now, I'm painting the guilt into someone totally innocent, using evidence to do so. No, the problem is that's a one-way line to the killer. I mean, yeah, I would say yes, we're trying because maybe evidence was, maybe the transceiver was something Gumshoe took, but I'm grasping for straws on top of grasping for straws, so it's the most logical choice, is what I'm trying to say. It might be my turn to say defense attorney Phoenix Wright to his death. Right? It didn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict? Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here? Yes, bailiff. There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent. They're probably finished with the hemorrhaging analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do. To be continued in a few minutes. After I sip some water. Yeah, I definitely will say I'm starting to understand why people like this episode / case. It's a real nail biter, that's for sure. Now, well, hydrate, thanks. And sip some more. Definitely getting my quota of water, that's for sure. Right, meanwhile, back to the case. Back to Bad Luck Theater, Part 2. Denied. I'd rather not be the one person that devours an entire bottle of water and like one redeem, so no. March 23rd, 2:35 p.m. Back to court number 3, yet again. Both are now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Ashworth? It's nothing, Your Honor. I mean, it's obvious why everyone's upset. What's wrong with Edgeworth? Looks like something unexpected just happened to him. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impact's suicide note? Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered that this suicide note is a forgery. Nani? One bottle hydrate, extremely long cooldown, and higher price. I mean, there's being healthy, and then there's completely oversaturating the kidneys. And let's not. Also, the gasp. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This song was not written by Miss Pax herself. It's fake. Order. Mr. Edgeworth, would you kind of explain what's going on? If this is not written by Miss Paxton, who wrote it? Do we need more time to do more detailed analysis? However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Coretta. Mr. Coretta? Well. It looks like Miss Impax never left the suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about Engard. However, Your Honor, even though the suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. Engard could not have known that, and so the facts remain unchanged. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it. That does sound really plausible. Is Steer Engard had no idea that the suicide note was fake? Something seems a little wrong with it. The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts the testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. Engard to not have known it was a fake. I feel like I'm digging myself a bigger hole, if anything. It's impossible for Mr. Engard to have not known it was fake. Yes. Well, that's your response. I believe that even more important than finding out if this note is real or not is whether the attorney's badge pinned to that man's oh, I chose words, didn't I? Of course. Well, I'll take that one to transfer at least, since I took it. I've reloaded rally multiple times already.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Actually, there's something I would like to ask. Mr. Edgeworth, you had stated something earlier to the effect of the defendant has spied on Mr. Clinton's private life. I believe this would mean that he would have known about the note as well. That's it. Yes, and so naturally. This means Mr. Guard would have known that the note was a fake. Order. See here, Mr. Light. Yes, Your Honor. I was the one who thought the spy thing. Jumping in the scene of my thunder like that? Can't even describe it. Yes, sorry. I could have even bragged about embarrassing Mr. Edgeworth to my grandchild had you not. Thanks, AJ. If only I kept my mouth shut. So then, the defendant knew this suicide note was fake. And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way. Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. Guard's motive for murder was, it had suddenly disappeared into thin air. But, Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. Guard monitored Mr. Kurita 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. Guard didn't know of? Well, right back at you, Mr. Ashworth. Why don't you show us the proof that the victim made the forgery at an unknown place? Order. Mr. Ashworth. It looks like this time it is you that has dug his own grave. As I figured. Huh? As you figured. As I figured. Came down to this after all. Mr. Edgeworth, you're not making any sense. When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next? What next? Ooh. I mean, if the prosecution can't prove Mr. Guard's motive to this evidence, then we must prove it from another angle. Well, I agree with you there, Your Honor. The prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand this time. Oh, well, that's fine. However, this witness is a little unusual.
And his name is John C.
Yeah, it's totally John Cena. Yep. Edgeworth stuttering. It's not like him at all. Unusual? Well, what sort of witness is this person, Miss Edgeworth? This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of who was it that hired Charlie to kill her? I don't like where you're going, Edgeworth, with this. Yeah, totally John Cena, no. It's impossible. Who in the... No such person exists who can answer that question with such clarity. Certainty. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. Who is this witness? It's... Yeah, it's Pessy Man, yep. Go on. Who is it? Is it Pessy Man? The man himself. Mr. Shelley the Killer. Oh, Mr. the Killer. ... Wait. Shelley the Killer? You mean the killer? The assassin? Yes, Your Honor. He's coming here to the witness stand. Well, yes, in a matter of speaking. I recognize this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission. Well, Mr. Wright. Yes. Is this alright with you? Do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag this trial out. You only live once, yeah, that's pretty much the mantra of this case at this point. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. I don't know if it really is alright to do this. Very well then. The prosecution called his witness to the stand. Edgeworth, is there no other way left to us? Now then, witness. Your name and your occupation, please. All I can say is, yes. Very good, sir. Oh, it really? Okay, sure. My name is Shelley the Killer, and I'm a professional assassin. I say, what is going on here? Your Honor? How can you remain so calm? And what is the meaning of this two-way radio? Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace his source, Mr. the Killer will testify to this court. So this must be what that urgent phone call you got earlier was about. Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we cannot be sure this is really Mr. the Killer himself. Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are in fact Shelley the Killer. I understand. Please, wait a second. I'm so hungry. Maya? Maya? A voice? Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything for this? The defense has no objection to this person. We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelley the Killer. The witness is a voice behind the radio, and we know this is definitely the killer. Well, of the Shelley type. It looks like they've run into yet another expected turn of events. Well, it didn't look like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so... Now then, witness. There is one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. And what would that be? At the request of a client... Oh, now I'm getting voices mixed up. At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Coretta. Is this correct? As you say, I did indeed kill Mr. Coretta. Now that we've answered that, let's move on to the name of your client. Very well. This is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it. A bad dream. We're more or less stalling at this one, Rebel. As to why we're doing this via two-way radio, I don't know. You lost me at this point. What's the killer gonna say? What's Charlie the Killer gonna say? About my client? There's something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than a trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I'm here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give you the name of my client. Let it be said, I would rather be interrogating a certain bird from the previous game over this, because... Oh boy, this is more convoluted than the bird. That's saying something. almost say he seems to be mocking us. Well, he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor. Mr. the Killer is only saying the truth. He is no hypocrite. He's always stood by this one belief. You mean about this trust between his clients and himself thing? It seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Knight, are you ready to cross-examine the witness? Yes, Your Honor, for better or worse. I mean, totally. I don't wait to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix. This has officially gone into Phoenix Bizarre Adventures territory. I'll just say that much before I continue to press a radio of all things. We can hear everything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us your clients? I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means? ... Sorry, go on. Well, it appears there's one witness you can't badger, Mr. Knight. It's only because you don't know about my situation. The trust between you and your client? I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it'd be quite troublesome. And it is allowed you to testify in this matter? This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me. But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before, but if it ever did... Yes? That person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly... That's enough. Please, no more. Very well. It was only hypothetical anyway. That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think this would be very bad for them. Doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role. Their role? This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. And it's the trespass that cannot be forgiven. You would give me the right to be so high and mighty. To the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die? No, I didn't say anything. The judge had better watch himself. We understand, so please tell us the name of your client. I'm afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do. This egomaniacal. It's not good for your health to be so aggravated. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you. Somehow that kind of an assassin makes it less than comforting. Don't really care about this extra fluff, just tell us the name already. Patience. Try to calm down a little. It's important to try and understand his mindset. He seems very steadfast and closed, so you're gonna have to work to get him to talk. How does therapist you now? Okay, I think I have an idea. No. No, I got it backwards. It's not that, it's the camera, right? No. bears? It's like a 3-part puzzle for that bloody camera. No, I'm wrong on that. I'm wrong on all 3 fronts. Bloody hell. Broken the rules. Okay, I think it's not evidence, it's a person. I'm trying to get this transceiver of a witness. No. Oh, no. I got it this time. Or not. No, I'm just completely wrong on all fronts. Oh, or as simple as me pressing that part again. I get it. You said that your client had already broken the rules. A person who frames another is the worst kind of human. And that's why you feel you can betray this person? I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. Just my luck. An assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured? Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? This case just keeps getting better and better. If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think. Really. In that case, I believe I'm prepared to disclose the information you seek. Made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we're ready. Excellent. What is it? I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. If you can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. A witness? What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Coretta? That person's name is... I'm screwed, aren't I? Adrian Andrews? Nani? Witness? That's not how you told me it was earlier. Eh? Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I actually think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. Nani? This can't be. On the phone earlier. What's going on here? My guess is that Mr. the Killer just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back. Stabbed Edgeworth in the back? I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. the Killer told him a different name. Manigard, perhaps? Of course. This is outrageous. I was deceived. This witness is telling a very serious lie. But you are the one who has summoned this witness. You, Shelley the Killer. My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Manigard, am I correct? All I wish is to help procure his acquittal. Wow. All of a sudden, it feels like we can actually win this. Yeah. The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and instead provided the suicide notes, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there's a possibility the defendant himself knew was a fake. But most definitive of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. The killer's client who requested the murder was not the defendant at all. Oh. With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. God is innocent. I seem to have caused you a bit of confusion. Please continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict. Bailiff, please bring Miss Agent Andrews in immediately. Now, the way this is going, Agar's to be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya. Yeah, but Edgar's right. The killer is lying. And Engard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this? Who would have believed that the prosecutor's own witness would absolve the defendant? Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Chad the killer is certainly lying under oath. It wasn't me. Listen, everyone, please. That testimony just now, it was all one big lie. Miss Sanders? The suicide note may have been a fake, but that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now, believe me, it's a horrible, horrible lie. But Mr. The Killer himself has testified. He has named you as his client. It's not true. Also, there's quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and button done in the Nicholas Samurai costume. That's... You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste Pax was a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted to avenge against the two who hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reasons to want them both dead. Mr. Wright? You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them. Please, help me. I know the truth. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I believe that leads to end this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions. I have to decide. Or maybe bend reality, who knows. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do? Please don't be a dirt for wins, Gumshoe. Phoenix? Can't do it, Mia. I can't accept it not guilty. You're a lawyer. I know. But Manigar is a killer, a murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I'm no better than Engard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact. That's because of Edriff that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten Angar convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust? I never thought about it until now. I trust him? Yes, you do. Mr. Knight, your opinion, please? The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. the Killer. Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Knight? Right. But... The witness has clearly declined to his testimony. Your job here is done. I'm not done yet. To see through the witness's lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. There's still more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur. Get it out, the trial will continue. Mr. Edriff, please do the established connection with Mr. the Killer. Right away, Your Honor. Take me further along this bizarre adventure that he strung me along, game, sure. Has a verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more. About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need before? Well... Actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are, usually done. Talking about usually done? But what shall I have him testify about now? Mr. the Killer, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? About my client, part 2. As I've already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to free another for the crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Correa was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planning of the knife and button. That act is what I referred to when I said that my client had broken the rules. This is the most unexpected turn of events for the 5th time now. However, this time, everything has finally been revealed. Just a second, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Edriff? We still have the cross-examination to do. But you don't need a question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Knight? Your Honor, the defense will question the witness. To have a choice here. No, why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If we scrutinize its testimony, then I'll expose the lies in that oh so beneficial testimony, I suppose. I don't understand what's going on anymore. Well, that makes 2 of us. Again, just give me the bird and be done with it, please, at this point. Hey, Demar, welcome on in. You may want a sip of water or two, because we're cross-examining someone from a radio. It's a Phoenix Wright game. It gets weirder from here, I'm sure. What is it, Mr. Knight? If I press it in the wrong way, it might raise suspicions on his end. But I had to do something to waste more time. Witness about requesting a hit? Yes. How much is your fee? I see you are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney. Naughty? If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial. No, I'm not thinking of hiring. Mr. Wright? Yes? You don't have to kill me. You want me dead, don't you? Nani? What do you think something like that, Your Honor? Guilty, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You're hereby declared guilty. Witness, let's continue. Why did you close the name of your client? They're not your clients, are they not? They are your clients, are they not? I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill. If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job. Oh, right. While the change in occupation might be good for you. However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party. It goes without saying, Mr. the Killer. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of the guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought they could run away from their guilt. Are you talking about the button and the knife? Yes, and my business card. Right, the shell card. So that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible. Try to make things easy? My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service. He's pretty devoted to his work. But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with a knife, and even hide my card from sight, something I cannot overlook. It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without being here. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That's correct. Usually most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi too. I already told you I have no intention of using your services, ever. Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one at trial here? From the very beginning? That is correct. From before my client visited the room. All my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. What if that's really true? It's odd. Yeah. So why do you think your client did that? What do you mean by why? While filling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would someone who had requested a murder go to the crime scene anyway? That is true. I assume it's probably done to frame Mr. Engard. If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it? Sadly, that's not possible. Huh? My job is to kill, that is all, and to leave my business card behind, naturally. The business card is so that my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up here to take your fall. And that's all you have to testify? Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again. Again? As in you plan to continue? I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney? Excuse me? I'm fine, really. Are you really now? Whatever kind of man the judge thinks I am now. What are you gonna do now, Phoenix? All I could do now is expose the lies. It's true. Harry, you realize this will be very bad for your client, right? I'm so confused. The one thing I know for sure is I can't let the trial end yet. Was this the part that was suspicious to Edgeworth? I lost track of which one was like the one that Edgeworth was suspicious on. Right. What's the line again? Before my client visits the room, all my clients know precisely what the situation is. No. There I am, just taking a stab in the dark. Tampering the scene of the crime, client did to frame another further crime. Yeah, that was gonna be that something hidden like that. All right, no. Yep, not that. What's the other parts then? So I'm overlooking something important. One has broken the rules. What am I overlooking then? Not that bad. That's just... I think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another for a kill. So is it a card I'm trying to eat then? No. Oh, it's not that. Gonna be the first person to discover the body at the scene. Actress ready new for the beginning. No. Before the client visited the room, the clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. Maybe it's as simple as just pointing a picture of On Guard, maybe. I didn't mean to eat my bash at the transceiver. No. Something I'm missing. That's what I can think of. It has to be a person I'm meeting, right? Not actual evidence. I didn't mean to press on that. No. Like, I know the obvious lie is it's not Andrews, it's On Guard. It has to be this lineup, right? No, it's not as easy as that. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Conqueror was dead. No. I'm just jumping the context. It's gonna be something obvious. I'm gonna roll my eyes if it is. Or maybe this is why the camera at his face. No. I don't know. I feel like I'm just grasping at straws now. It doesn't help that it's starting to get late too, but still. I'm missing something. Actually, no, what about the wine glass? No. Oh, someone who requested a murder goes to the crime scene anyway. I still think it's gonna be something silly. The game is expecting me to catch this transceiver on. No. I would think that most people would be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill. I think glossed over one part of that. Very beginning, from before my client visited the room. All my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. It has to be this. I'm just not getting the right evidence. I don't think. No, it's not obvious as that. It's not that. Hmm. Any more problems with creation of tying this button. Why do you think your client did that? There's someone else to take your fall. So it has to be a face I'm beating, right? Okay, if not, Angar's face because reasons. Yeah, tell the person I'm trying to get found not guilty. Yeah, no. Is the wine glass a contradiction in with this? No. I'm right over time. I'm gonna give us a couple more tries, but I'm probably gonna have to stop in the middle of this cross-examination to go on to resume it next time. Because I feel like I'm running around in circles trying to decipher this, and I do need to get some sleep and not be dead tired like today. Go at this for a few minutes, I guess. The first part. Very beginning. Before my client visits the room. All my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. I'm assuming it has to be this. No. No. While pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene, you guys already knew from the very beginning that Ron Wright was dead. Thing is, I don't know. I know what I need to yeet. Oh, I don't know what I need to yeet. I just know it has to be at this part. Or pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. And I think I already established it wasn't the camera for this, right? One thing I simply can't overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. Clients get the frame data for the crime. While pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Ron Wright was dead. So much I want to continue. I am pretty much at time, so we'll save it here. Next, when we return next time in Phoenix Wright Justice for All, we try to decipher the killer's words, and I guess we can have this bizarre adventure at some point. Anyway,